All right, just got to wait for this thing to reconnect a few times. Reconnection arm. Here we go. All right, we should be live right now. Yes, we are live on YouTube. Hello, everyone. My apologies once again. Things just keep coming up for me. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm trying to start these shows as close to the start time as possible. My apologies. The Rosa Show says hello. Similar Evil says hello. Paisley Dukes is in the house. We've got 5 people in the box. Yeah. Can you folks hear me and see me clearly? Let me know. Let me know how the audio and video is today. Hey, Sheena, how are you doing? Welcome to the show. We've got 14 in the box right now. And I'm assuming today there's going to be a pretty good turnout based on the topic of flip-flopping. I'm expecting the trolls and haters to be here as well. So moderators, please be on high alert. Please be on high alert. It's all cool, says Similar Evil. Beautiful, says A-Team Murdoch. Hey, SB, how are you doing? It's all cool, says Similar Evil. Did you get my Hangouts, Coach? I did, bro. I just have been too busy to respond. But yeah, you sent me a picture. I'm not going to put it out there, bro. You can trust me. But you sent me a picture of your girlfriend. And she's a lot younger than you, bro. Good job on being able to pick up a young one. And she's probably in her 20s, maybe early 30s. While you're probably closer to my age in your 40s, bro. But yeah, you got to be careful with those young ones, dude, because, you know, they may seem to really like you, but no disrespect, dude. It's happened to all of us. Those young ones, you know, they like the older guys because we're more established, right? We've got more money. We're more distinguished. We're better lovers. We know what we're doing, right? You got to always be careful of the hidden agenda in relationships. Now, I'm only talking about the hidden agenda of women. There are men that have a hidden agenda too, but in this case, my brother from another mother, the Rosa Show, is a dude. He's a dude that was married, not married anymore. He's got a new girlfriend that's probably half his age. They like that check, book, and tongue. Well, yeah, they like the tongue too because us older dudes know how to use the tongue, the turbo tongue, right? Similar Evil. We know how to use the turbo tongue better than guys their age. Plus, we make more money than they do. And when guys get older, this is the thing that women don't like about men. You know, they say that, you know, men age like fine wine and women age like cheese. No disrespect, ladies. It's just a fact. It's just a fact. But I'll be honest with you. I've seen some women out there in their 40s and into their, you know, mid to late 50s that look good for their age. I mean, it all depends how well you take care of yourself. If you stay in shape, and yeah, sure, you got to use a few products. You know, color your hair, and you know, use lotion, do all that stuff. You can, you know, take care of yourself to the point of where you're going to look as young as possible as you age. Now, it's going to come a point in time where you get into like your mid-60s, and then it doesn't matter what you do. You have to accept the fact that you're getting old. I mean, that's just a part of life, right? But yeah, we've got 14 in the box. I've got to be honest here. Well, let me start off the show before I mention my honesty here and what I think is going on. And I haven't paid any attention to the other side. I haven't watched any videos of theirs. I haven't been looking at any comments. Every now and then, the people that care about me on this side sends me, you know, screenshots and emails and private hangout messages making me aware. But I haven't really paid attention to any of it, but I'm assuming something, there's always something up, no matter how much you ignore it, right? Now, Let's just start this show and we'll get right to it. Welcome to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, the Walking with Purpose live edition. This is episode number 22 live, once again from Red Morton Park because I didn't have time to go to a different location today. This is going to be the only stream I'm doing today because I'm going to be going to hang out with my activity partner tonight. She's got a night off and we're just going to hang out and do a quick dinner, catch up and, call it a night. But anyway, and the topic today is regarding flip-floppers. Why do people flip-flop and why they will always flip-flop? In other words, once a flip-flopper, always a flip-flopper. And in case, there are some lurkers watching and they want to notify the rest that I'm going to talk about someone in particular, I'm going to use you, Marcel Harding Art, today as an example. You're going to be my guinea pig today, Marcel. And I'm going to talk about you in a very professional way. I'm not going to attack you. I'm not going to do anything stupid. I'm just going to share exactly what happened. I'm going to share your history of being a flip-flopper on this platform for the past 3 years. And if people even question me about it, I can just send them our email communication over the past several years. After I banned you every time you would flip-flop back and forth from the bad side to the good side to the bad side to the good side to the bad side to the good side. Flip-flop, 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 right? Make up your mind, right? Do you want to be with the good guys or the not-so-good guys or the bad guys? Many people out here on YouTube, now people flip-flop in real life. I'm going to give many examples here today throughout my walk. And now we have 23. More and more people are going to come in because, yes, I'm going to be talking about you folks for example purposes. Yes, I am. So go to your Discords and tell everyone that Coach Eli is about to talk about the flip-flopping of the other side. That's only part of it. The purpose of this stream is not to necessarily talk about the other side. It's to talk about flip-flopping in general. Even people outside of YouTube flip-flop. I'll share more about that in a second here. I have to take a little bit of a different route because there are some people blocking the way on my main route. So that's why it looks like I'm backtracking, but I'm not. Just trying to get my mileage in. Coach Eli dropping the bomb on it. Yep. I saw him over Wolf Boys. Let him stay. That you don't need that drama. I don't, and I don't want that drama here. And I could care less where people go, especially people that are flip-floppers, Paisley Dukes. I'm only going to mention it here to hopefully, raise awareness for other people and to also teach people a lesson regarding what to look for in people that are trustworthy to work with at a business level or, be in a relationship with, because men and women are flip-floppers too when it comes to relationships. More so women because they're, emotional beings more so than men. I'll get to that in a little bit. But, hey, Alex the Beer Master, welcome to the show. Hey, Coach Eli, says Carrie 7009Y. Hey, Coach Eli, Happy New Year. Carrie Y, let me ask you a question. How you doing? Welcome to the show. I saw you resubscribed to me last week. I was quite shocked by that. You have been a part of the Susie Q 7979 group, the group that I exiled from this channel. Now, I know you've always been a decent person. I'm just kind of curious to know what made you feel like you want to come back and supposedly be a part of my channel. I'm just curious to know. I'm welcoming you here because I know you've always been a decent person, but have you decided that you no longer want to deal with that drama anymore? I'm just kind of wondering. I'm not a part of anything. Okay. No, I understand that. And that's what I respect, Carrie Y. Carrie Y, what I respect about people is each person's individual thought. I do not like the groupthink mentality. I do not like the cult mentality that, a lot of these, people are a part of out here on YouTube. I can't respect someone that completely follows the word of another person and is not responding to things as a unique individual. You know what I mean? That's what my problem has been. And I think, it's a pretty reasonable thing to say. Now, give me 1 second here. I'm passing by a few people. I just want to keep it quiet. All right. So there's a dude that's parked an old school, like a 1970s RV, and he's like shining it up and I guess trying to fix it up. Maybe he just bought an older RV for a good price and is trying to fix it up and, either use it or flip it. So he's out there once again today. I saw him yesterday on my walk. But anyway, so yeah, thank you so much for being here. Carrie, I greatly appreciate that. Let me see here. All right. Why is my chat not working? Oh, here we go. I was on Super Chat, that's why. Me, pay attention to me, LOL. Sharon, well, we don't want to incite people that have caused issues here in the past to start making issues. I kind of want to get away from all the issues. Wow, there are a lot of beautiful women at the park today. I'm seeing them walk around, getting in good shape. Jesus, man. I'm 46 years old and I still got it. Still notice it. Life is great. Life is great. Just giving an example, LOL. Well, that's a very interesting example, Carrie Y. You're talking about a lady that's flip-flopped back and forth many times as well. Now, I don't have any problems with Survivor Sharon or whatever she calls her name nowadays. I think it's Mystic Angel. But I've just seen it all. I've seen people go back and forth, flip-flop, flip-flop, flip-flop. Hey, Eli, I want to be a part of your group. No, Eli, I don't want to be a part of your group. Everyone's welcome to be a part of my group. I'm not a cult leader. I'm definitely not a cult leader. I am the type of guy that looks at people as individuals, like I've been saying all along. Everyone is an individual. And I'm not here to control people or tell people what to do. I'm here to provide a forum where people can speak freely and ask questions, and we can create a discussion that provokes thought. Individual thought, not group thought. Again, I am anti-group thought. I can't stand the groupthink mentality. People that, follow cults and agree with one leader's thoughts verbatim are basically, in essence, basking in that person's glory. And they do that because they feel no other regular group will accept them. And even if they disagree with the leader, they keep their mouths shut and keep agreeing with what he or she are saying, because if they don't, they'll get exiled. And then something bad will happen. It's kind of like the Church of Scientology I've talked about on my channel every now and then over the past 6 to 8 months. What they do is they love bomb you at the door. They make you feel good and gooey inside. Hey, that other channel over there or that other group, it was wrong of them to do what they did to remove you. No, it wasn't, because we don't want crazy, emotionally unstable people over here. You can have them. So what do? They love bomb them, make them feel all good and gooey inside. And then over the course of a few weeks, they indoctrinate them into their culture. And then they start putting specific rules on these people as part of their control tactics. And then, once you're in, you're in. If you try to get out, they make your life miserable. They do crazy things. I won't get into that, but that's what happens. Over here, I tell people, come and go as you wish. I'm not forcing you to be here. I want you to be here when you can be here and if you want to be here. And when you can't make it, you don't owe me anything. I have people that I care about and care about me that message me every single time that they miss a live stream or they can't make it. You don't even have to go as far and do that. I understand that life happens and you can't always be here. But because these people are good people and they're used to other controlling types of people, handling things that way, they feel the need to even come to a guy like me that's very understanding and say, I'm sorry I couldn't make it. I missed your live. No big deal. There'll be another live tomorrow and the next day and down the road. And at some point, you'll be able to make it. Coach said, Emily, new GF, for the record, we've been together 3 years. Oh, you've been together for 3 years. Listen, bro, if it's not too personal, how old is, I know you're around my age, how old is your girlfriend of 3 years? In the picture you showed me, she looks like she's in her mid to late 20s, early 30s is what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to see where this person's going so I can avoid them. Let's see here. Oh, she's 36. Okay, that's cool, dude. No, that's cool. She looks younger. I guess when you get into your mid-40s, man, like me, the ones that are 30, 36, 35 look like they're 25. Wow, yeah. Well, hopefully it works out for you, bro. Hopefully it works out for you, bro, and hopefully that she's being really genuine with you and not just with you for money or other things, man. If you've been together for 3 years, obviously something is working for the both of you and you both are cool with the way things are going. So hats off to you, bro. I wish you the best of luck on that. And yeah, as you get a little bit older, like in your mid-40s, and you got a woman that's 10 or 15 years younger than you, that's into you, and she's attractive and has a great personality and gives you great sex, you feel like you're on top of the fucking world. You do. She's with me for sex. So you're saying that your relationship with her, the Rosa Show, is 100% based on sex. That's it. There's nothing else there. There's no emotional bond. There isn't any mentally stimulating conversation. She liked your live stream. That's great. I appreciate that. See, the real women that can identify the way a real man behaves, they're going to like my live streams because I keep it real and raw and honest. I'm not a jerk. I'm not an arrogant, pompous ass, but I'm not a big fucking pussy either. You know what I mean? I'm a well-balanced man. I just say it as it is, and I don't believe in the PC stuff. Sometimes you got to be a little PC every now and then, depending on the situation, but when I'm on other people's platforms, for example, other live streams or in public, at an event or something, you got to be a little bit more PC. But when you're on your own platform, you do what you got to do, and that's what I do here. Got 34 in the box right now. She thinks you're very cool. Well, that's great, bro. I appreciate that. Say hello to her. What's her name? Emily? Great to meet you. Thank you for being here. Glad you're enjoying the show. Her YouTube name is Rayan Cobain. All right. Excellent. Well, have her come in the chat, and she can chat all she wants. That's all good. That's phenomenal, man. All right. Let me see if there are any other noteworthy comments here. Paisley Dukes, did you have a great time, DeRosa? I hope so. You're a lovely person. I'm sure he did. He's a man around my age. Like, I'm 46. DeRosa, I think you're around my age, aren't you? Like mid-40s? He's got a 36-year-old girlfriend or, sexual activity partner, however you want to look at it, FWB, friends with benefits. See, I'm not into that. I'm not into that. Like for me, in order to be intimate with a woman, I've got to have an emotional bond and a mentally stimulating type of connection. Like I just don't feel the need to have, and I'm not saying that you guys are randomly hooking up. You've been doing this for 3 years, and I guess it works for you. If it works for you, that's good. I'm not here to tell people what to do. I'm here to help people get what they want, whatever that is. Doesn't necessarily mean I agree with it, but I'm here to help you get what you want out of life by helping you build your confidence. As far as I'm concerned for myself, there's nothing more that's attractive to me about a woman as one just jogs on by. Pretty attractive one. Jesus. Man. My dad was right. It's funny what a man will do for a piece of you-know-what. I'm not going to say it. Most of you have heard me say what my dad told me one time when he didn't like one of my ex-girlfriends. It's funny what the man will do for a piece of pee, right? Yeah. And they just walk on by. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah. So, all right. So, somebody is playing some music over there. So I'm gonna try to, get through this area as quickly as possible. I don't want it to pick up through the microphone here. But anyway, so let's talk about why people flip-flop. Why do I feel that people flip-flop? God, you guys keep putting chat questions or chat messages. Alex, the Beer Master. Eli, are you going to have another live stream tonight or no? Just curious. I already answered that at the beginning of the show, but since I guess you missed it or you weren't here, Alex, the Beer Master, no. I'm going to hang out with my activity partner tonight and we're going to dinner. And just want to get out for the night, and she does as well. We're just going to catch up. We haven't, hung out that much lately. It's a platonic relationship. That's all it is. So we're going to get out, have a nice dinner, catch up. It's just a reason to break the monotony. So no, I will not be live streaming later tonight. This is the only stream you're going to get from me today. More than likely, you'll get 2 streams from me tomorrow. Hopefully one from a different location, not Red Morton Park, and then a second one from the studio. If you folks want to, do a panel show tomorrow night, I'd love to get you on. Alex the Beer Master, DeRosa Show, Terry's GG&G, or anyone else that wants to come on a hangout panel live on the air on my show and talk about things, whatever you want to talk about, right? I would love to do that. Peculiar Occurrences, welcome to the show. Hey, Sandra Palacio, how you doing? Sandra's in the house. Got 31 in the box. 6 thumbs up. Moderators, do me a favor from here on out. Can you encourage people throughout these streams to hit the thumbs up? I really want to start getting at least 20 to 30 or 40 thumbs up per stream to offset the thumbs down. It is really the thumbs down that more than likely ODN is doing, most of them, and some of the people, some of the haters from the other side are doing. It is kind of affecting YouTube from recommending my stuff. So if we offset that with thumbs up, it'll show the algorithm a more positive, view of these streams. Where these streams are nothing but positive. They're not negative streams at all. But the AI doesn't know that. They look at all these thumbs down, right? But YouTube also knows that they have dislike mobs out there. They just haven't figured out how to handle it best yet. They actually mentioned on the Creator Insider channel that I follow that they were in progress of, figuring out a way to remove dislike mobs or discourage dislike mobs. And then yesterday they put out a video like 6 months later recapping some of the things they talked about during 2019, and they said that there have been no changes made to the way the AI, the YouTube artificial intelligence, sees dislikes. I'm like, all right, so you haven't done a damn thing about it. Okay. I mean, you made a lot of great changes, YouTube, no problem. I appreciate that. But as far as dislikes go, if you're not going to do anything about it, then you can't let the dislike number influence the way the algorithm recommends your videos. It wouldn't be fair if it did influence the algorithm when you're not doing anything about it to get rid of these dislike mobs. You know what I mean? But anyway, all right, so let's get right to it here. Let's talk about, why people flip-flop and why they will always be flip-floppers. Let's use Marcel Harding Art as the example. Marcel Harding Art is, I don't think he's a bad guy, to be honest with you. I think Marcel's a good person. Now, most of you that are a part of my community know who Marcel is. You've either met him through my channel, my haters' channels, or you met him through the many various networking communities I've been a part of that Marcel found out about through me several years ago. Initially, I was a part of the hashtag I am a creator community run by James Cox. And when Marcel saw that I was connecting with new channels genuinely, he wanted to go and do it himself. Well, what ended up happening? I was getting close to 1,000 subscribers, and then Marcel started growing his channel. Marcel's channel had maybe like 50 subs at this time, and he started using these forums and started growing at a very alarming rate. Next thing you know, my haters started, putting me into competition with Marcel, saying Marcel's going to pass Eli in subs. And I'm like, well, Marcel's not doing it the right way. He's doing it the sub for sub way. I am networking and connecting with channels genuinely one at a time and inviting them to my streams and offering them collaborations. Marcel's not doing that. All Marcel was doing was looking at people as just another number. So Marcel did pass me. And then Marcel's former channel, which was known as Marcel Harding 5, okay, remember that one? He got up to over 2,000 or 2,500 subscribers. And my haters were saying that Marcel's a better YouTuber than me. Well, you got to understand something. It doesn't matter how many subscribers you have. It matters how many views and how much watch time your content gets. And I can tell you right now, if I only had 100 subscribers right now, I can bet most of the people that are a part of this networking community, I would have more watch time and views than people with 3 or 4K subs, because what most of these people do is sub for sub just to inflate their sub count. It was funny to me when Marcel would put out his painting videos on a channel with 2,500 subscribers and only have 40 or 50 views per video. That's horrible, Marcel. And you yourself know you were doing that. I called you out on that back then. So, back in those days, on my this was on my former channel before I shut down my former channel about 1 year and 4 months ago. Then 3 months later, I came back on this channel. Well, back in those days, Marcel, what he used to do was come onto my channel. He was a moderator on my channel, and he would say, dude, I like you. You're a cool guy. Blah, 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 right? I really like what you do. Yet then, after either coming on one of my panels or saying nice things about me in my chat, he would go into my haters' channels when they would live stream, and he would either talk shit about me in the chat or live on the air on their panel. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, I got a moderator that's telling me that they like my content and I'm a cool person and I run a good channel, yet they're going and talking smack about me immediately after my show ends when the haters run their show. So at that point I was like, okay, this is the guy that's playing both sides of the fence. And even back in those days, I made a comment about Marcel, and I said he's not the sharpest tool in the shed. I apologize to Marcel. I apologize to Marcel for that back in those days. Or maybe in the days, earlier in 2019 when he first came back. Guys, I can't get you in here, man. Right on, guys. Happy holidays. Happy New Year. Take it easy, guys. It's the same dudes out there that like the channel. I just can't put them on, everyone. You know why I can't do that. Happy New Year, guys. It's my buddies at Red Morton Park, the Kappas that like me. I haven't seen them in a while. I think they were on vacation, but they're back in school. There's like a school over here. Good guys, you know, good guys. Right on. Anyway, so Marcel would play both sides of the fence, is what he was doing. And I ended up retracting when he came back on this channel earlier on this year and apologized to me. I ended up retracting what I said, calling him a person that's not the sharpest tool in the shed. Brought him back on my channel, remoderated him. This was earlier on in 2019. After he had flip-flopped 2 times already on my previous channel before I shut it down and then started this one over 3 months after I shut down my former channel. What happened? Within about 2 weeks to a month, Marcel did the same thing. He started going to the other side and talking smack about me again on this channel. And this is after he was donating a decent amount of money to me. Marcel has donated a decent amount of money to me, which is why I can't understand this. The guy, Marcel's probably donated to me over the course of the last 3 years, you know, what would equate to probably around $300 or $350 US. I don't get that. Marcel, why would you donate that amount of money to me if you don't really like my content and you're just out here to play games? I don't get it. I don't donate money to anyone that I don't believe in and like their message and feel that they're doing things for the right reason out here. It just makes no sense for me. Were you looking at it as a way to get attention, to drive, you know, more people to like your channel? Because I can certainly tell you that hasn't helped your cause at all, bro. It actually makes you look more like an idiot. And now you got 38 in the box because all the haters have shared this in their discords and said, yeah, Eli's talking smack about Marcel. No, I'm not. I'm just stating the facts. That's all I'm doing. You have no content. I'm watching you. Highway Blues, welcome to the show. Hello, everyone. A little late, but here. Hey, no worries. Come and go as you wish, Highway Blues. Thank you for being here. Marcel, a great painter, but seems childish. Yeah, he's like a little kid. The reason why he acts like a little kid is the same reason why every other man that's been through a divorce and been a part of that former MGTOW community acts like a kid. They're all hurt men. They're men that were taken, you know, in their divorce. They're angry, bitter, and immature men that just can't get over the fact that it didn't work out with their wife, now their ex-wife. So they come out here as 30, 40, and 50 plus year old grown ass men, and they behave like little kids because it makes them feel better and keeps their mind off of their insecurities. While it may keep their minds off their insecurities, what they don't realize is that they're projecting their insecurities at the same time and making themselves look like fools. Marcel, all you've done for the last 3 years is made yourself look like a fool out here on YouTube. Now, the other side could say the same thing about me. I've made some foolish mistakes, but I've taken ownership of them. But I never once have seen Marcel go public and say, yeah, you know what? I made mistakes. Or, yeah, you know what? I'm a troll. Marcel, if you came out publicly and said, I'm just a troll, and I like to just play games to keep my mind off of my ex-wife and being divorce raped, I could respect that. But you're not secure enough within yourself, brother, to even do that. So what's there to respect about you, dude? I just don't understand you, Marcel. So what happened? Marcel I exiled him because he went and started talking smack about me. He was a moderator on my channel, this channel here, earlier on in 2019. And he started talking smack about me again for like the third time between my former channel and this channel. Now, a few weeks later, a month later, he emailed me. This was about 4 months ago. He emailed me and he wanted to make amends. He said, I'm sorry, dude. I really want to be a part of your channel. I'm like, okay, dude, if you're serious this time, that's fine. I'll unban you. I can even moderate you at some point if, you're consistent. He said, no, I don't want to mod. I just want to be able to chat. Okay, no problem. So I unbanned the guy. And he was good for like a month straight. So people started questioning me, why isn't Marcel moderated? He's moderated everywhere else. He's a good guy, right? I'm like, okay, he's been consistent for a month. Something he hadn't done before. Let's moderate him. So I moderated Marcel for a few months until a few weeks ago. Marcel was moderated here until one day he flipped out in the middle of one of my live streams and started talking smack about me for no reason. I never said anything negative about the guy. And all of a sudden he flips out on me because I guess the other side reached out to him and said, why don't you flip out on Eli because we can't get to Eli anymore. So because you're a moderator you're a moderator there and you're on his good side, why don't you help us play a little joke on him? Maybe that's what they did, Marcel. And if you're stupid enough to fall for it and give up being a part of a good group just for one simple prank, then that's on you, dude. So he went off in the middle of a show. He started spite banning people for no reason that didn't deserve to be banned. And then Crazy Chick Sheena messaged me behind the scenes and told me that Marcel is spite banning people. Thank you, Sheena. You've been a blessing. You've been a blessing as part of this channel. And then I removed Marcel's mod wrench and unbanned the people that he spite banned. Apparently the other side got to your head, huh, Marcel? And you're easily influenced, right? You're easily convinced, huh, Marcel? That's sad, bro. That's sad, immature, insecure behavior, brother. And I know you're a much better person than that, but when you allow Jamie Lycan theory, and some of the other, I don't think this came from JB Gunner's side. I think this came from more so from Jamie Lycan theory. I wouldn't be surprised if JB was involved, but I think it more so came from Lycan theory. Because Lycan theory was actually questioning back then, why is Marcel over there, right? He was talking about Marcel on his show. So I removed his mod wrench, and then he basically told me to fuck off. And then I banned him personally. Then I was like, what the hell happened here? I didn't do one thing wrong to this guy. I didn't do one thing wrong to any of these people. I'm going to wait a second here. There's a dude walking his dog, and his dog keeps stopping. So I don't want to bump into them. I think this is where the kindness corner is going to be right here. This is a different angle. I was showing you folks yesterday. I think the kindness corner is going to be right here. This is going to be a big playground. Look at this perspective. If you look at this perspective here, you can actually get an idea of how huge this playground is going to be on this park or within this park. All right, we are at 38 minutes, 39 minutes now. 36 people in the box, 13 thumbs up. Let's get those thumbs up, folks. Keep getting those thumbs up. Please continue to help promote the thumbs up, moderators. I want to offset the thumbs down. Sheena, are you LOLing at the kindness corner? Is that where you're LOLing? Because I'm telling you right now, I think what we need to do, I have a great idea. I think we need to have a MGTOW convention at the kindness corner once it's done. And try to help all these MGTOWs that are angry, bitter, lonely, insecure, and immature men get over their past so they can start living their lives. I think we need to invite all the MGTOWs or the wannabe MGTOWs to have a MGTOW convention at the kindness corner. I'm going to keep promoting that kindness corner. And we are going to have shows from the kindness corner because that's what I'm all about. Because nowadays people don't know what the word kind means. They have no idea. You ask them, can you define the word kind or kindness? I have no idea what you're talking about. Yeah, right, right. I understand that your behavior proves that to me, right? You see, folks, people that are secure and happy within themselves have no reason to not be kind. It's the people that have no clue where their life is heading or who they are or what their purpose is that behave erratically. It's the truth. It's the absolute truth. Great Shikshina, was I timed out, Carrie White? No. Do not time out Carrie White. She's good. She's good. She's untimed out. Sheena, don't. Folks, Carrie Y is not a bad person. She's a good person. Do not time her out. Let her speak. Unless she tells somebody to F off or something like that, just let her speak. Let people state their opinions, all right? It's all good. So that's my story. Using Marcel Harding art, formerly known as Marcel Harding 5. Back in the days of my former channel, where he did the same thing to me 2 or 3 times on my former channel, and then on this new channel he's done the same thing twice. Marcel, you keep flip-flopping back and forth. It just makes me lead to believe, Marcel, that you're just out here to have fun. You don't care about taking your YouTube channel seriously, and you're just trying to keep your mind off of the fact that your marriage didn't work out. You're acting like a little kid, dude. You're a grown-ass man my age. You're like, I think you're a few years older than me. I think you're like 47 or 48. I'm 46. You're like in your late 40s. And you act like a little 2-year-old. Is that how you want to be, dude? Is that what it takes to help you get through the fact that your marriage didn't work out? Or, let me ask you this further, Marcel. Did your marriage not work out because you behaved the same way you're behaving now? Because there's no woman on the planet, no sane woman on the planet that's going to accept a man that behaves like a little kid in a marriage. Wow! Highway Blues, oh my God, you gotta be kidding me. Highway Blues, are you nuts? Highway Blues, you just sent me a $50 super chat. Are you out of your mind, ma'am? I don't mean to be rude by saying that. You do not have to do that. Oh my God. Kick it in the kindness corner. Kindness is the language the blind can see and the deaf can hear. Highway Blues. I'm at a loss for words. Like, you are now in competition with the Rosa Show to see who the biggest financial contributor of this channel is. I don't want to put you there. You put yourself there. I don't force people to do anything, but I'm like, oh my God. Highway Blues, you got to let me help you this year. You can't just keep contributing like that at that level and me not able to do something for you more than just talking on a screen here. It's far too kind. I'm humbled by it. You see, Marcel, I've been focused on building a real audience that I love dearly and I want to help out. And apparently they like me too, humbly speaking. You guys out there wonder why you're not successful and why you're not, getting the numbers I'm getting and getting the, donations I'm getting or whatever, right? It all stems down to your behavior. It's all based on your behavior. Oh, I got to go to the live chat here so I can see what they're saying. I was on the super chat screen. Holy Moses. Wow, Highway Blues. Carrie, wow, I don't even know who Marcel is. Yeah, I said wow as well, Paisley. Highway Blues, 18 Murdoch with the clap. It's cool. All love, everyone. Crazy Chick Sheena says that's a day's work. LOL. Well, in the Bay Area, that's a start. That's a huge donation. Like, I'm not devaluing. I mean, Highway Blues has been an amazing sports channel, but that's a good start. Yes, it is a good start to having a good day here in the Bay Area. But remember, in the Bay Area, things like are 3 times as expensive here. And I'm not trying to incite any more donations. I'm just speaking the facts. That's all. But that is awesome. Thank you again, Highway Blues. Let's see. Rain, we are all talking about how young you look. Is she in here? I don't see her. Rain Cobain. It's cool. All love, everyone. So, Rain, let me ask you a question now that you're here. So DeRosa Show says that you two are just like part-time lovers for like 3 years. I'm just curious to know. It's none of my business. I'm not trying to, intrude into your personal life. But would you consider having something more romantic and more fulfilling and loving and nurturing and emotionally bonding with DeRosa Show? Or is it just purely sexual? I don't mean to be a dick. I'm not trying to be a jerk. I'm like, it seems like you guys get along for 3 years. And when you're with somebody for 3 years, even if you're just doing it casually, emotions are going to come into play. Rain, however you pronounce her name. How do you pronounce the name? Is it Rain? R-A-I? How do you pronounce that? Let me look. Where is she? Rain. Oh, I'm lying for a sec. I'm back live. I'm sorry. Somehow I launched a Chrome browser while I was live on the air. Folks, you probably saw me go off the air for a second, but I'm back. That's because somehow I launched a Chrome browser while I was sorting through the chat. DeRosa, you better be sweetheart to her, or, well, you got to be a well-balanced man. You got to be a sweetheart, but you can't be, a big fucking pussy either. You got to be a well-balanced man. You can't be arrogant. You can't be a sissy. You got to be like a cocky, playful, funny dude. And, you got to stand up for what you believe in, no matter how much your woman tries to change what you believe in. Because that's what women do. They test you all the time. They test you by challenging your beliefs. That's what they do. And you got to stand your ground, because in essence, they're testing you to see if you're going to kiss their ass just to appease them, which devalues your masculinity to them, which turns them off and makes them lose respect for you down the road or quickly. Highway Blues. Oh, act crazy. I used to do that to my girl's hair like that. Props to you. That is work. Okay. Rain, the last year we kind of drifted apart for whatever reason. Well, Rain, let me ask you this. I'm not trying to play a matchmaker here. I'm a coach, not a matchmaker, but I just, I understand relationships as best as possible. I don't know everything, but like I said, as best as possible, I understand relationships. And, when you're with somebody for 3 years, even casually, something keeps you back there. Yeah, maybe the sex is good, but there has to be something more than that. There has to be an emotional bond. Lost you, Eli. Yeah, you lost me for a second because I accidentally launched a Chrome browser and it took me offline for a second, but then I came back on the YouTube app screen for live streaming and I'm back. But I'm back now, right? You guys can see me, right, guys and gals? Well, okay. This is interesting here, where this is going here. So Rain, he's an awesome man with a heart of gold, and we made each other better people and always overcame our difficulties. Yeah, but here's the thing. You're attracted to him sexually, right? If you weren't attracted to him sexually, you wouldn't be intimate with him. So it's not that. And you guys have helped each other. You've worked through things. And you've made each other better people by balancing each other out. I call that a relationship. That's the purpose of a relationship, Rain. I'm just curious. I'm not trying to be a jerk. I'm just saying, I'm calling you out kind of. Well, I am calling you out. But I'm just curious to know, why wouldn't you two try to take that to the next level? Because it sounds like you already had that without the label, because it's the label that scares people. You see, people are scared of saying, I'm in a committed relationship with a woman I love and care for. What is wrong with that? What is wrong with people nowadays? They're afraid of commitment. You know, having that commitment and that spiritual, mental, and emotional bond with somebody is the most amazing feeling. But people are so afraid of getting hurt because of the way things are nowadays. They want that without the label, right? Let's forget about the label, right? Let's forget about the label. That's what it's all about, Rain. It sounds like to me, this is about the label. Correct me if I'm wrong. The label scares people away. Yes, but also emotionally. Right. So why wouldn't you two just say, we're in a happy or happily committed relationship? I love him, he loves me, we have great sex, we have an emotional bond, we have mentally stimulating conversations, we have a spiritual connection, we've got the whole chemistry package, yet we're not going to put a label on it because we're afraid of getting hurt, right? Is that what it is? I'm not trying to be a jerk again, Rain. I think you're cool, and I love DeRosa's show. He's a good dude. But this is not making any sense to me. Logically, it's making no sense. I'm a man, I think logically, no disrespect. Logically, this isn't making sense. Logically, it sounds to me like you're both a match made in heaven, but you're afraid to put the label on it. The label. Val's Review is a real channel. Why was Val's Review timed out, Sheena? I'm just curious. Coach, it's her parents. So you're saying to me that her parents are probably strict Catholic, or like, if you want to give me a little more, I'll be understanding. But here's the thing, even if the parents... Okay, got him now buffering. Am I buffering, folks, or can you folks see me? Am I buffering, folks, or can you folks see me? I should not be buffering at all. Probably that one spot over there that has bad reception. Okay. You're not. Okay. Thank you, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. That's probably a troll right there. Keep an eye on Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Paisley Dukes, maybe you didn't see my post before, but we were in a real relationship for 2 years until the last year. We haven't been. Okay. I did not see that. My apologies. So basically, your parents, Rain, do not agree with this relationship. Now, let me ask you a question. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not trying to get personal. But you don't happen to live in your parents' place. Not a problem if you do for that reason, but even as an adult, if you live in your parents' place, especially if you're living there rent-free, they do have some control over you because you're living rent-free. Now, if you live on your own or you're living there and you're paying a reasonable amount of rent, then it shouldn't matter what they say. But I'm just, it seems like to me that your parents have some control over your life. And somehow you have to separate yourself from that to have what you really want. Because if it was meant to be between you and DeRosa's show, that should happen naturally. It seems like it is happening naturally. Now, granted, okay, I can understand where your parents are coming from, saying that he's older, sure. You know, some older guys are with younger women for the wrong reasons, but maybe this is real. It shouldn't really matter. What matters is how you feel and how he feels. And are you both in the right place to move it forward? I can't stand when people have control over other people. And the one thing I can't stand is when parents try to control their kids as adults. Okay, guys, have a wonderful night. I'm buffering too much. You shouldn't be buffering at all. Just refresh it. Refresh it, Highway Blues. You shouldn't be buffering. Folks, I'm not buffering at all right now, right? Oh my God! Again? Jesus Christ! Highway Blues, you can't leave now. Highway Blues just sent another $50 super sticker. Holy Moses, like a treasure chest. Oh my God. Jesus. Wow. Oh my God. I don't know what to say anymore. Ma'am, are you all right? Highway Blues? Ma'am, do you realize how much money you're sending? I got to ask you honestly. I'm like, oh my God. I'm at a loss for words. Oh my God. Please tell me you're not buffering anymore. Highway Blues. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yes, dear, I'm crazy, not stupid. No, I never said you were stupid. I will agree with you. You're a bit crazy, but I'm crazy too, Highway Blues. I'm definitely crazy as well. But we're two crazy good people. I just... Wow. I never thought I would meet another person out here on YouTube that's as giving as I am. I'm the same way, just like you. I give probably much more than I should because I care about people. But thank you once again for the $50 super sticker after earlier sending sending a $50 super chat. That's $100 in donations from one person. God bless you, whether you believe in God or not. God bless you. God bless everyone. I don't charge people for a blessing, but you know, when people do things like what Highway Blues has done to this channel here, it's just amazing to me that there are really good people out there like that still in this world. I do believe, and he does. Yeah, he does. Highway Blues. These are the moments that humble me. A lot of these people from my past, like my haters, you know, before I started making money on this channel, you know, they used to criticize me for overly asking for donations or not getting donations. They used to come at me. They used to say that I'm a desperate fool, you know, desperate for money and this and that. I've never once been desperate for money and never once forced people to donate. I just have occasionally mentioned the ways they can donate. I haven't even mentioned it one time today at all. Eli DeRosa is saying something. Well, I'm trying to run the show in the chat. I'll get to it. I'm having a moment here, you know. She's getting at something there. Where is that? Highway Blues, would you like to watch me walk around the park later on? Are you going to do a walking stream from the park live, SB? Emily, you can ask him anything. You know, this is good. This is what I enjoy doing, folks. This is how I enjoy helping people. Tell him how your dad is. Like no disrespect, but what ethnicity is your family? Like my family's old school Greek. They used to try to say you're going to marry a good Greek woman. Like my dad would say, you don't want to marry American women, no good. I'm like, Dad, Listen, all women are different nowadays. Doesn't matter where they come from. They're all feminists. And some are radical feminists, which makes it even more difficult. You marry a good Greek woman because they're better than any other. No, they're not. No, they're not. I've gone on dates with Greek women. They're no different than any other woman. They just happen to be Greek. Women are women. They're emotional beings. That's the way they were made by a higher power, right? Old school Italian. Oh, are they from Italy? Are you first generation here, Rain? Are your parents from Italy? Because my parents migrated here from Greece. I'm first generation Greek American here in the U.S., in the San Francisco Bay Area where I live. So trust me, I had the upbringing old school style. Oh yeah, it was old school style. Very strict man, super smart, chemical engineer who is always right, never wrong. So let me guess, your father sounds like he's introverted and you're more extroverted. That's what it sounds like to me. Rain, you seem a little bit more outgoing. Your father is like the smart, nerdy dude that is introverted. No? Okay. Well, typically scientists, chemists, those types of people are more introverted than extroverted in my dealings with them. It's just my opinion. That's what I've seen. I could be wrong in this case. Maybe this guy's an extrovert. French, European, German. I'm glad that you're still here, Highway Blues. Highway Blues, you're not buffering anymore, right? You are not buffering anymore, right, Highway Blues? So, Rain, when you say yes, please be more specific to what you're saying yes to, because as I run these shows, I want to know exactly what you're responding to so I can respond accordingly to you and not confuse you or anyone else. I'm just, saying, you know what I mean? Let's see here. My dad's from Rome, first generation. I was born in Naples. All right. So all of you, both of you seem to have, traditional values like myself. You were raised by old school parents, which is not a bad thing because it's taught you morals, values, and ethics. And even though you're technically a millennial, Rain, because you're 36, you actually more so behave like a Gen Xer, which I can respect that. And you were at the beginning of the millennials, so you were stemming off of the Gen X generation leading into the Gen Y millennial generation. I don't see you as a typical millennial, according to the stereotype, Rain. I think it's a pretty fair assessment. I have Canadian in me, says Paisley Dukes. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Similar evil. I'm British mixed with trailer trash. That's great, dude. Hey, speaking of which, folks, I'm going to take this moment here just to mention one time. If anyone would like to support this channel, I don't expect you to support it in the ways that Highway Blues has chosen to support it. I appreciate it, Highway Blues, but I don't expect that from everybody. I don't even expect that from you, to be honest with you. But if anyone else feels that they're getting great value here, you can make a donation in any amount based on the value you feel you are receiving. Nightbot will be sharing my link every 6 minutes. PayPal.me/Coach Eli. You can also add a note of any length. And I'll read that note on a future show because I cannot access PayPal right now. If you do make a donation on PayPal during this show, please make me aware of the donation amount and add your note in the chat here. And I'll read that live on the air. Now, if you want to make a donation and keep it anonymous, then you don't have to say anything. Or if you want to use the $sign at the bottom of your chat, you can send a super chat or a super sticker. Super chats, you can select the amount. The greater the amount, the longer the super chat will stay up at the top of the chat. Super stickers, they have a predefined amount with a, emotion attached to it, based on how you're feeling, you think I'm feeling, or how you want me to feel, right? Donations are not required, but they are greatly appreciated, and I love you folks regardless. I'm getting to the tail end of the stream. We're at 1 hour and 5 minutes, and I got to wrap this up in the next 5 or 10 minutes because I'm going to be going to dinner tonight with my activity partner and got to get home and get ready, doll myself up, look like the super stud that I am, right? Now, you folks know I'm playing around, right? But you got to have a little confidence in yourself, right? You got to feel deep within like you're the super stud. You don't have to go out there and say it, right? Just as long as you know it and you feel good about yourself, that's going to radiate to other women in the universe. And you're coaching Emily, here is your chance. Emily, yeah, ask your questions. Now, here's the thing. DeRosa, we can do a show where you can come live on the air with me tomorrow night, and she could be in the chat, and we could talk about this for hours. We could help other people. That's what I've always wanted to do. We can help people get a better grip on their relationships and figure out what they really want and figure out how to handle things like your parents getting in the way of true love. Because let me tell you something. If I listened to my parents every single time as I got older and did something and stopped doing something they said they didn't want me to do, I wouldn't be where I'm at. But the question is Rain dependent on her parents for survival? Is she living at home? Is she getting free rent? If not, if she's living on her own, making her own money, and is not dependent on her family to survive financially, then she's got more of a say. But if she's dependent on her parents or her father for survival, no disrespect, Rain, I'm just saying, if you're dependent on your parents for survival at this point, then that's a controlling technique that your father will use, which sucks in itself. But you know what I'm saying? I don't know the whole story here. There's something missing here. There's something that would basically, allow me to help and figure this out in one shot. Something is not being said. That's the truth. It was a troll, Highway Blues, not the real one. Oh, okay, that was a troll account. Better to talk personal issues on Hangout? No, we're not talking about personal issues, Sheena. These are dating strategies that need to be put publicly if people are okay with that, because we can help other people learn from this relationship. This is not something that I would want to handle privately. When you put this out publicly, you engage an audience and people learn from it. And they learn how to better their relationships that they're currently in, or future relationships they may get into. I mean, Sheena, tell me you're not enjoying the show. This is interesting, isn't it? You tell me. Isn't this interesting to see what's happening here and to figure out what's going to happen, right? Tell me I'm wrong. No one used your name, Highway Blues. I'm not sure what you're responding to. She may not be comfortable yet. Okay, yeah, here's the thing, DeRosa Show. I think I figured this whole thing out. I'll leave it at that. It sounds like to me, I'm just going to go out on a limb because I'm a very intuitive guy. It sounds like to me that her father has financial control over her. She may be partially or completely dependent on him for financial support. Maybe she lives at home. And that's fine. There are a lot of millennials that still live at home. We know one in Florida that we're not going to mention, and they live at home rent-free. The bottom line is this. If you're living at home in your 30s with your family and you are dependent on their financial support, you got to listen to everything they say, because if not, they can cut you off. The only way that you're going to get away from that is you go out there, make your own money, get your own place, and become completely independent, then your father or mother can't control you anymore. This is what this all boils down to. Now, the Rosa show, all I'm going to say is this. Hang on a second. Coach, her connection is bad. Don't worry about it. She can watch the replay. It's not a big deal. No worries. The Rosa show, here's the thing. I'm not saying that you're a rich man, but you said you've done pretty well. You have a choice. You can, if she's in that financial bind where she's feeling trapped living at home, being controlled by her father, then you have a choice of saying, hey, let's live together and I will support you. Now, a lot of men out there, they would say that's stupid because that's the easiest way to be taken advantage of and then going through another divorce. But that's up to you. To us to show how you want to do that. At the same time, in today's day and age, and this is with no disrespect to Rain, at the same time, women have been empowered and every woman's working today. Unless a woman chooses to live an old school traditional life, which is very rare, in this situation, if she's that financially strapped, maybe she should more so focus on correcting that and working on herself before she puts herself into anything. I got to be honest, the Rosa show and Rain. I like you both. You're both great people. But I can understand why her father is probably reacting that way. It probably more so has to do with him wanting his daughter to focus on getting in a career and making something for herself or out of herself before getting into a relationship with any man despite his age. That's what I think this all boils down to. Those are the cold hard, facts. It's the truth. And look, I don't want to sugarcoat things here. Sending chats with my slow ass Wi-Fi. Well, you need fiber like myself. I got 1,000 up, 1,000 down. But I'm mobile right now. I got good 4G LTE on this through AT&T. But I get it. No big deal, Rain. You can go back and watch the replay when you get into when you have a better signal or better connection. But folks, here's the thing. We've been talking about people today that are flip-floppers. I want to mention one more thing here before I go off the air, and then I'll read a few more chat messages before I'm done. Flip-flopping, in my opinion, happens between both men and women. Both men and women can be flip-floppers. But in my opinion, because women are more emotional beings than men, meaning that this is the way biologically women are. Women respond to everything emotionally first based on how they're feeling in the present moment, right? Those are the facts. And then they reason with logic afterwards, right? But men respond to things by thinking logically, right? So in essence, women are more so normally going to flip-flop than men. It is more normal for women to flip-flop than men. I'll tell you why. You ever go on a date with a woman? At the end of the date, you as a man have already determined whether you want to see her again or not because you're thinking logically. A woman's still in that emotional mindset. She may be physically and sexually attracted to you and like you in that way, but until she goes home and sleeps that off and wakes up the next morning and thinks about what happened logically, she's not going to know if you're emotionally or mentally strong enough or the right fit for her. So that's why women will flip-flop back and forth. Is he the right guy? Number one, if women are not physically attracted to you, you have no chance. Nowadays, women want the physical attraction as much as men do. That's the way it goes. But there has to be more than a physical attraction. And when women are attracted to you physically, their emotions start kicking in, right? And they're not thinking logically if you're the right fit emotionally and mentally. They need to sleep on it and switch gears from their emotions reacting to how they're feeling and to think logically, right? So they're going to flip-flop, or they may go back and forth, I'm not sure, right? It is more natural and normal for women to feel uncertainty than men. When men behave that way, they're behaving like women, which is why when Marcel Harding Art and other guys that, I've either been friends with in real life or, run into out here on YouTube behave this way, that's why we call them little girls. We call them little bitches because in essence, they're behaving more feminine than masculine. They're flip-flopping back and forth where normal, natural masculine energy is about certainty. It's about being decisive. It's about overcoming barriers and obstacles. That is normal, natural, masculine behavior. So as a man, when you flip-flop back and forth like Marcel Harding 5 or Art, right? And some other people that I won't even mention here today that flip-flop back and forth as men, in essence, you're not acting masculine. You're acting more feminine. That is a fact, a biological fact. And if you disagree with me about how men and women are biologically, don't take that up with me. Take that up with the big guy in the sky, because he's the one that created man and woman, not me. I'm just the messenger. I'm just the messenger here, right? I'm like the disciple from up above. Just kidding. That's a little too much. But you know what I'm saying, right? We still have 37 in the box. No, sorry, 27 in the box. All right. Leo Mommy, I already explained to you why the wrench was taken away the last time you were here. Did you forget about that? I told you to talk with Barbara Placence to find out what happened. You've been gone for a while. Leo, you and I can talk privately if you want tomorrow on Hangouts. And I'd be happy to explain to you. And I'd be happy to give you a wrench back if you're able to separate yourself. So you can still be friends with the other people, but some people, including Barbara, have decided to leave this channel. I didn't throw Barbara away. I didn't throw Barbara out. Barbara just left because of the fact that I no longer want to talk about JB Gunner all day, every day out here. I no longer want to fight the battle. It's over. I've moved on. I've moved on to bigger and better things. But I did answer your question the last time. I will talk with Leo Mommy tomorrow and then give her wrench back. The wrench was only taken away as a safety measure because Leo's friends with Barbara and the other people that are no longer a part of my channel. I even took Paisley Dukes and A-Team Murdoch's wrench away. Why don't you ladies tell Leo that? But I gave Paisley Dukes and A-Team Murdoch their wrench back because they were able to separate their friendship with the other side that no longer wants to support me here for the right reasons. So as long as we can work something out like that, then we're good. We're at an hour and 18 minutes. I think Emily is gone. Well, I tried. It's true, says A-Team Murdoch. I understand. So let's connect whenever you can, Leo Mommy, and you're welcome here. We'll talk. I'll get you your mod wrench back as soon as tomorrow. You let me know when you're ready to make it happen, and we'll make it happen. She can email him. He will answer her. Yeah, email anyway.
Epstein didn't kill himself.
Yeah, see, you get people that are fucking trolls in real life, and they have to say shit like that. The dude just comes in and says Epstein didn't kill himself. Oh, man. Fucking morons. See, that's how people are. They're not only like that on YouTube, they're like that in real life. Those people that are insecure, immature need to do stupid things like that dude just did to make himself feel better. I've never been the kind of guy that sees somebody with a camera or a selfie stick, or back in the days when the news reporters would be doing news reports. I've never been the kind of person that would run up behind, or in front of the camera, behind the person they were interviewing and try to jump up and say, hey, how you doing, right? I've never been that way. I've always been secure in myself for the most part. Appointed times, video bomb, LOL, that's right. Well, we were getting somewhere with Emily, but she got scared. Well, bro, then you gotta call her and you gotta be the man and you gotta console her, bro. Because apparently, here's the thing. It seems like you both love each other and you want to be together. And you could either try to figure it out and take a chance, or you let each other go and then wonder where it could have been and deal with the emotional repercussion that you both are going to feel. I try to help bring people together. I try to say it as it is. I think I was pretty spot on with what's happening with the Emily situation, aka Rain. I think what she needs to do, if you want to tell her, is focus on herself. Go get a good job. If she doesn't have a degree, maybe get a degree. Do something. She's 36. She's getting up there, but it's not too late. She can change her life around in a couple of years. Get a really good job, make good money, get her own place. If she's not already living on her own, I'm assuming she lives at home and is controlled by her family. Because if she was living on her own and made her own money, her father would have no say in this. Maybe she has a disability. Well, bro, if that's the case, that she has disability, then I mean, how can someone like me help anybody if I don't know the whole story? The whole thing is I can only assume to try to help you folks out, and I don't like to assume anything, because when you assume, you make an ass out of you and me, and I don't want to look like an ass. That's the truth. But look, I'm going to say this and I'm going to wrap it up because I got to get going here. Folks, if there's one thing I can't stand out there, it's flip-floppers, whether it's for business or for personal. A lot of times men and women flip-flop back and forth. Oh, should we be together? Should we not? Should we make it work? Oh, I can't live with her. She blah, 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 whatever, right? Make up your minds, folks. Because the more you keep going back and forth, the more time you're wasting from finding someone you really want to be with. Number two, when it comes to business relationships, this more so goes for entrepreneurs, but it can happen in the corporate world as well. I cannot stand flip-floppers when I'm looking to collaborate with people, especially for you sole proprietors out there like myself. I like to collaborate with people, to work together with people and grow together. We're going to grow bigger, better, faster, and stronger together, right? That's why I like collabs. But when you put it out there and you say, hey, I'd love to collab with you. And you ask them, are you interested? And they say, yeah. How do we collab? Well, send me an email, Coach Eli at coacheli@millennials.com, right? Now, in some cases, they'll send that email right away or the next day. But in most cases, most people say, yeah. How do I get in touch with you? Let's make it happen. And then they never email you. And then they keep coming back to your streams and say, oh, I've been meaning to email you, just haven't done it yet. Why not? Obviously, you don't value it enough. If you valued it enough, you'd drop everything to do it. You got a damn smartphone in your hand, right? You can email me from wherever you're at, from your couch, for Christ's sake. You think I'm going to buy the fact that you haven't had time to do it yet? No, you're just trying to figure if you want to do it or not, but you're leading me to believe that you're interested. So that way you don't think I think you're rude. I don't think you're rude. I just think you're scared to take a chance to better yourself. And I'm just trying to push you in the right direction which would change your life for the better. Flip-flop, flip-flop. Folks, if you want to be successful in life, whether it's within your business needs or your personal needs, both sides, if you want to be successful, stop flip-flopping. Make a decision, make a choice, and stick with it and go for it and stop making excuses. The more indecisive you are, the more you're hurting yourself and the longer it's going to take for you to accomplish anything, let alone what you feel you want to accomplish that makes you feel good about yourself and makes you the money you want to make. I'm going to keep coming back here each and every day and doing my best to try to help change people's lives for the better. That's all I can do. Highway Blues, you better now. I like listening. You do give sound advice. Well, thank you so much, Highway Blues. I have owned my own business for 30 years, says the Rosa Show. You know I'm in a solid operation coach. I'm a solid person, Coach. I know you are, DeRosa Show. You got to help that lady out. If you care about her, bro, you got to help her out. Do what you think is right, bro. I can't tell you what that is, but I can tell that you love her and she loves you. And no matter what, if you love each other, you'll find a way to make it work at any expense. And that's where I'm going to wrap this live stream here today at 1 hour and 26 minutes. It's a little bit dark, but I still have my shades on. Actually, you know what? Like, the moon is out and it's lighting up the sky. So there's still some natural lighting with the auto exposure compensation, the AEC on the phone. It's still keeping enough light on here. You see it's a little grainy. That's the auto exposure filling me in, or else it'd be dark. But yeah. Interesting show. Have a good night, crew. Thank you so much. I want to thank everyone that was here today. I want to thank Highway Blues for, first, the $50 super chat, and second, the $50 super sticker for a total of $100. Highway Blues, you're far too kind and far too generous, and you don't have to keep doing that. I keep saying that all the time, but I'm not here to tell people what to do. I'm just grateful that somebody really appreciates my message that much. And even for those that haven't donated, no big deal. I still love you the same. You get no special treatment here, whether you donate or not. If you do donate, you will be acknowledged for it. And you'll be acknowledged for it very well, because I feel you deserve to be acknowledged at a high level. It's almost kind of like a sponsorship. Like, if you're donating that much money, I might as well consider you a sponsor of the channel, for Christ's sake. I mean, Jesus. Like, DeRosa Show and Highway Blues are like sponsors of this channel. Unofficially at this point, but you know what I mean, right? But I want to thank everyone in the chat. Thank all the moderators. Great job today. I want to thank all the consumers of content out there. Folks, I'm going to go out and have a nice dinner tonight. I'm turning off YouTube. If you message me on Hangouts or email me, I probably won't get back to you until tomorrow. But do me a favor. Enjoy the rest of your night. Happy New Year once again. It's the second day of the new year. Hopefully your new year started off on the right foot. And take care of yourselves. Be good to yourselves. All right? Stay positive and keep it real. Have a great night. See you all next time. Bye.